Good morning, students. Today we are going to solve some questions of exercise 1.3. So let us see the first question. The first question is, write the following in decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion each is. Means we have to convert into decimal form, and after conversion we have to say whether it is terminating, whether it is non-terminating, or whether it is non-terminating and non-recurring. So let us solve some questions. So the first question, 36 by 100. So 36 by 100, so 100. So 1 means point and 20 means 2 blank. So we can write as 0.36. Now as you can see, after decimal 2 digits are there and it ends. So we can say the decimal expansion of 36 by 100 is 0.36, which is a terminating decimal expansion, as because after decimal 2 digits it ends. So the decimal expansion which ends after some digits, those decimal expansions are called as terminating decimal expansion. Got it clear? Let us see one more question. 1 by 11. So 1 by 11 means let us divide 1 by 11. So 11, so we write here 1. Now as because 1 is smaller than 11, so we'll put here 1 point. Then it becomes 10. Okay. 10 is also smaller than 11. So we have to put 1 0. The moment we put 1 0, now 10 becomes 100. So now 11 9 ja 99. 1 remainder, again 0 will come. So if you go on dividing, you will get the answer like this: 0.09090909. It means 09 is repeating. So the numbers, or we can say the digits which keep on repeating, we can put a bar, means a line upon the two digits. So the answer will be 0.09 bar. So 0.09 bar means 0.090909 and so on. Now as we can see, bar is there and it is repeating. So we have to say it is non-terminating and repeating decimal. As you can see in the last line, non-terminating means it is not ending, and the pattern of digits, that is 09, 09, 09, it is repeating. So we have to say non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion. Okay, let us see some more questions. 4 1 by 8. Now 4 1 by 8 is a mixed fraction. So we have to convert into improper. So how we'll do? We'll multiply 8 and 4, that is 8 4 ja 32. Then we'll add this 1. So 32 plus 1 is 33 by 8. Now we'll go on dividing. So 33 divided by 8. So I will not express how division is done. So after dividing, you will get the answer like this: 4.125. That means after decimal we have 3 digits and it ends. So we can say it is terminating decimal expansion. Why terminating? Because after 3 digits it ends. So the decimal expansion of 4 1 by 8 is 4.125, and it is a terminating decimal expansion. Let us see one more question. Question number 6. 329 by 400. That means we are going to divide 329 by the number 400. So if you divide in this manner, you will get the answer as 0.8225. That means after decimal digit or we can say after decimal point, we have 4 digits and it ends. So the answer will be 0.8225 and it is a terminating decimal expansion. So the questions which are left over, you have to do as homework. Now let us move to the question number 2. Question number 2 is the decimal expansion of the question number 1. That means the rational numbers are given, you have to convert into decimal expansion and you have to state which are terminating, which are non-terminating, and which are non-terminating and non-recurring. So that means question number 1 and question number 2 are interrelated. Okay. Now let us move to question number 3. What is the P by Q form of 0.6 bar? Bar means the line is over 6. That means 0.6 bar. Bar is over 6. So how we can write 0.6 bar in the form of P by Q? Means like a fraction. How we can write? Now this question is very important. So try to understand nicely. So what we'll write, let x equal to 0.6 bar. So we are assuming 0.6 bar as x. So let x equal to 0.6 bar. Now bar is on 6. It means 6 is repeating 0.666 and so on. Now you just see nicely, here bar is only on one digit. Have you noticed? Bar is only on this 6. Bar is only on one digit. So what we'll do? We will multiply both sides with 10. That means we will do 10 into x and 0.666 so on into 10. We are multiplying 10 both sides. What is the reason for multiplying 10 both sides? Because bar is only on 6. Got it clear? Suppose bar is on 2 digits. Suppose 0.67 bar. Then we'll multiply not with 10. We'll multiply with 100 both sides. Okay, let us move. So 10 into x equal to, now see, if you multiply this pattern with 10, now this decimal point will shift 1 to the right side. Means this decimal point will jump one step towards the right hand side. If we are multiplying with 100, decimal point will shift 2 steps towards the right. If we are multiplying with 1000, decimal point will shift 3 shifts to the right hand side. So as we are multiplying with 10, so we will get 6.66 and so on. Got it clear? So we'll again continue. 10x equal to, now we'll break this 6.666 in this manner. 6 plus 0.66 like this, means number and the decimal part we are separating. So number is 6 and decimal part we are separating. Now 10x equal to 6 plus, now you see 0.66, what we have taken previously? We have taken this whole value as x. So now in place of this 0.66, we will write as x. Got it clear? So 10x equal to 6 plus x. Now this plus x will come to the left hand side to become minus. So 10x minus x will give you 9x, which is equal to 6. Or we can write x equal to 6 divided by 9. X equal to 6 divided by 9. So we can cancel it. 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 6, and downside 3 3 ja 9. That means if we simplify 6 and 9, in lowest form after cancellation we'll get the answer as 2 by 3. So this question is very important. You practice nicely in your copy. Let us move to one more question. Question number 2 of the same question. What is the P by Q form of 0.47 bar on 7? That means the bar sign is on 7, not on 4. So 0.47 bar. Question is clear? Bar is on 7. Okay. So we have to express 0.47, that is bar on 7, in the form of P by Q. So we'll go by the same pattern. Let us take x equal to 0.47777. Now why 7 is repeating? Because bar is only on 7, so 7 is repeating. So we have taken x equal to 0.47777. Now as because bar is on only one digit, so we will multiply with 10 both sides. So multiplying both the side by 10, so that means x into 10 will give you 10x, and 0.47777 into 10 will give you 4.777 and 7. So up till this line everyone is clear. Now again we will multiply same thing with 100. Now why we are multiplying 2 times? That is a very important question. In the previous question we have only multiplied with 10. Now we have already multiplied with 10. Again we are multiplying with 100. The reason is after decimal 2 digits are there, 0.47 bar. So let us multiply with 100. So this 100 into x will give you 100x, and 100 into 0.4777 will give you 47.777. We are multiplying with 100, so the decimal point will shift 2 digits toward the right hand side. So 47.777. Now let the first equation be equation number 1 and second be suppose equation number 2. Now let us subtract both the equation, that is 2 minus 1. So first left hand side will subtract 100x minus 10x. We will get as 90x. Okay, and 47.777 minus 4.7777. If you subtract both these numbers, you will get 43.000. So after decimal zeros are there, so we can omit it, we can neglect it, or we can directly write as 43. So 90x equal to 43. So we can say x equal to 43 divided by 90. So dear students, the previous question and this question is very important. You practice this question nicely, repeatedly. Got it clear? Now let us move to the next question. Express 0.99999 in the form of P by Q. That means we have to express this decimal expansion in the form of P by Q. Are you surprised by your answer? With the help of teachers and classmates, discuss why the answer makes sense. So this second part we will do afterwards. Let us see first the first part. So let x equal to 0.999 so on, okay, like the previous one. Now see, it is 0.9 bar, means bar is on only one digit, so we will multiply with 10 both sides. So 10 into x is 10x, and 10 into 0.9 series we will get as 9.99 and so on. As we are multiplying with 10, so the decimal point will shift 1 to the right hand side. That means we'll get as 9.99 in this manner, okay. Let us take this as equation number 2 and the first one as equation number 1. Now let us subtract 2 minus 1. So 10x minus x is 9x, and if you subtract this 9.999 minus 0.999, you will get the answer as 9. So what we are getting, 9x equal to 9, or we can say x equal to 9 by 9. So what is 9 by 9? X equal to 9 by 9, that means x equal to 1. So what we are getting answer? We are getting answer as 1. So we can say 0.99 can be written as equal to 1. So now see, 0.99 approximate value is 1. That means if I do rounding off, if we are doing rounding off to the next number, we will get 1. So whether you write 0.99 or we write as 1, both are same. So this is the conclusion. Now question number 5. What can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17? Perform the division to check your answer. Now this is a very important question. I will repeat the question. What can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17? So the question means, if you divide 1 by 17, if we go on division, up to which number of digits it will not repeat, and then again it start repeating, means we are getting a new set of numbers. So let us divide 17 and 1. So if we divide in this manner, you will get the answer as 0.05882335294117647. Now the division doesn't end. If you again go on division, you will again get from here 0588 like this. That means this set of numbers again will start repeating. So we have to put a bar on all these digits. So if you count nicely, there are 16 digits. So up to 16 digit it will be like different number, and after 16 again the same set of numbers will repeat. So the answer is up to 16 digits, then the digits again repeat, means after this 7 again we'll get 058823, all this one again it will go repeating. So up to which number of digits it will again start repeating. So up till 16 digit it will be same, and again it will start repeating. So this question also important. Now this division work, all of you try to do it yourself. Now question number 6. Look at several examples of rational number in the form p by q. where P and Q are integers with no common factors other than 1. And okay, students, this question number 6 and 7, we will do tomorrow. Okay, thank you.